Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 41 of MCEternal, where I am right now, popping into the end. I want to go visit one of the end islands. Now, typically you can't do that unless you've, I don't know, killed the Ender Dragon. But not today. Them's not the rules when Dire's playing, because I can just fly over there in a jetpack. That's what's up. So I'm going to fly over to an end island today. I'm going to collect chorus fruit, and then we're going to get back to automating with integrated dynamics. I'm going to see just how automated I can make this whole process. I don't know if I can fully do it. It's actually like a really tricky problem, but I'm hoping that I can. We're going to see what we can come up with. Oh man, the end is creepy noisy. You hear the creepy noises in the end? What is this red stuff? Is this redstone? Yes, it is. End redstone. End prosperity shard ores, which, I mean, I'll get only because, you know, reasons. Don't need a lot of this stuff, right? Now, what's the deal if you want the chorus flowers? You want to break the top ones, right? If I break the bottom ones, I always forget. Yeah, so if you want to replant them, you want the top bits, right? And if you just want the fruit, then you can break them from the bottom. Okay, cool, got it. I always forget. I don't know why, but I just do. I'm like, how do chorus flowers work again? I don't know, they're a vanilla mechanic. I don't know that stuff. That'll do. Works for me. Alright, now I wouldn't mind finding just a little bit more tungsten if I can. Why are there baby Endermen? Enderminis, I think they are? From Ender.io? Is that what they are? I think so. Enderminis from Mystical World, okay. So, nonetheless, bad times. Tiny Enderman, no thank you. But I will take some emeralds. Remember how low I am on emeralds? I have to look into automating those. You know what else is crazy? Why do I have the plague? That is a crazy thing. I mean, it's only a few seconds worth of plague. But still. Oh boy, something's teleporting. Oh boy. You know what else is crazy? I don't see emeralds as a mystical agriculture crop. Right? Mystical agricultural emeralds. I don't see them. That's interesting, right? I thought that was a crop that existed. Maybe I'm wrong. So we'll figure that out. We'll see what happens. You know what I should do? Probably the best way to get tungsten would be to bring my digital miner out here. Hey, look, an end city. Nice. I should probably explore that a little bit. What do you guys think? Should we take a little respite and explore the end city there? I feel like that would be fun. This is just endstone, right? Yeah, resonant endstone. I thought these portals didn't open until you killed the Ender Dragon. I don't know. I'm just holding off on killing the Ender Dragon. There's no real reason. I mean, I could, right? I could easily kill the Ender Dragon right now. Alright, let's go explore this little thing real quick. What's up, guys? Hooray! Having a jetpack makes them far less dangerous, doesn't it? Just a smidge. But I did want to just peek in here. Like, there's dungeon loot, right? Isn't that a thing that happens in these places? There's dungeon loot chests? Somewhere? I don't really know for sure. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Again, vanilla mechanic. Yes, dungeon loot chests. Hooray! What do we get? Anything cool? Cyclic building scepter. Alright. Highly advanced machine frame. I mean, that sounds cool. Haha! Tome of Arcana. Apprentice. There's Dire's luck. Remember how long I looked for one of those? Killing these smalls. Shulker Soul Vial. Okay, I mean, that sounds cool. Dark Bow doesn't sound like a terrible idea. Especially one that's already empowered 3. That's kind of neat. What do we get here? Another Shulker Soul Vial. Not a bad idea to have, right? Because we can use those to dupe stuff. Tungsten. That's neat. Another Tome of Arcana Apprentice. Yep, that's Dyer's Luck right there. Icy Crystal. Okay. Cool. Magic Writing. Which mod is that from? You created a magic scroll. Oh, did I? No, I just found one. Alright. I think I'm going to head home. I just want to take a quick peek around here to see if there's anything cool. I'll bring a few more end rods just because. And let's get out of here. Alright, let's take a look today at doing integrated dynamics and see how much automation we can possibly do with it, right? So we need chorus fruit. Now I think it needs to be popped chorus fruit, right? So let's go smelt that up. I'm going to just drop it in the smelter downstairs. And we'll do this manually real quick. Actually, where's the basic smelting factory? Yes. Pretty sure it's popped chorus fruit that goes in here. Cool. 32-ish. There you are. Sweet. Alright. Back in a minute when I've got all this taken care of. Alright guys, let's see what we can do. Now, can I connect you here? No, probably not, right? So I might want to move this up one. What I'm going to do is place that there with this and the card that I made last episode, which is all kinds of fancy. And then we're going to pop this dude here with a world block exporter, I believe, or interactor. What is it? Exporter? World block exporter? Okay. Yeah, so I have to see if this thing can place items in the world for me. Alright, so right now I've got a world block exporter and I've got a world block importer. And I'm not super good at getting these guys to interact with blocks. They're a little bit tricky to understand how they work, and I'm not good at it, if I'm being honest, right? But I think what we want is... So this is, you pass in an item, this is pass in a list, pick up item blocks. Pick up the given item blocks in the world. Okay. Pick up the block in the world. So we can specify a block or an item block, or we can pick up block's predicate. And I think this is what we want, but I'm not good at these. I don't understand predicates. So let me see if I can figure these out, because if I can, that would be cool. Because basically what we want to do is we want to pick up the block if the block has weeds in it, right? All right, so here's what I think I'm going to try to do, right? We're going to get the string called agri_crop, right? Because what we're trying to do is figure out what crop is in the space, right? So agri_seed actually needs to be vanilla weed plant. Agri_seed needs to be vanilla:weed_plant. Okay. Vanilla:weed_plant. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get the NBT string value of the NBT in this block space, right? So that would be this guy, tile entity NBT, right? Which should break that thing for a minute. Yep, good. So we're going to want string, NBT string, actually. It's easier to search for NBT. So we take tile entity NBT, we want agri string. So this variable will be the name of the plant, right? So we put these two away. And then what we want to do is test that real quick, right? So let's do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this guy in here. And right now he should be blank, but when we watering can him and he turns into weeds, or mystical agriculture : rubber plant. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. See how it said that? Perfect, 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 perfect. Cool. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to do a Boolean that will say if that value of the name of the plant is equal to vanilla weed plant, then true or false. Cool. And you guys need to both go in there. And right now it's false because there's nothing there, right? And if we were to, for example, did I lose my water source block? I did. I did. How did I do that? I don't remember. Where even is my thingy? Oh, it went in here again. Hey, how are you empty? Oh, because I've been watering things. That's right. That's right. I brought my sink in here specifically for that purpose. Sweet. All right, so we get this guy going again. And if he turns into a weed, he would be true, right? So right now we're getting, you know, some rubber seeds because we're having good luck. Because it keeps making weeds when I don't want it to. But now I'm like, come on, I want to test this with weeds. Let's see what happens. Right, now they're weeds, so it says true. Right, so now we know how to test for if there are weeds in that spot. Cool? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do pick up all item blocks, operator equals true. Right? Cool. So right now it's false, so it's not picking up item blocks. Right? Cool beans. All right. So now what I want to do is come over here. And I think what I need to do is connect some kind of doohickey here so that he's allowed to put items into this slot. And I think that's the item interface, right? So you are going to be interface channel 0, and you are going to be channel 0. So I think when you pick up blocks, they're going to land in this chest, if I'm not mistaken. Cool? Following me so far? So that is a rubber plant, so that's cool, but not what I wanted to do for this test. Cool, but not what I wanted to do for this test. Give me weeds. Come on, weeds, you can do it. If I remove the rubber plant from the side there, it would probably be more likely to get me a weed. Come on, weeds. Oh my goodness. Dudes, like this thing was always weeds. Remember that? Remember how frequently we were getting weeds and I was like, I hate weeds? Now I just want to test this, and this is Minecraft RNG. Okay? Just to be clear. This is Minecraft RNG, just laughing at Direwolf all day long. So I'm going to put like that thing there, and maybe that'll help. Because I think when there's only one there, he might actually still turn into a rubber plant, but we'll find out. How are you not turning into weeds right now? Like, how is that even in the realm of possibility? All right, this should absolutely mean that the only thing you can do is grow weeds. If I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. This will only be able to grow weeds. Like, is there something about the block being on top of it? It's not turning into weeds? Because that would be funny. That would be exceedingly funny. I'm not seeing weeds grow. What is happening right now? Look, weeds grew there instantly. Are you telling me with a block on top, weeds don't grow? Because that would be amazing. Is this just, this can't be RNG at this point, right? Like, it's not possible. It's just not possible. Right? Like, you're gonna be weeds, right? Fully grown. Hey, look, it broke it! Thank you. Thank you for finally breaking it. That's kind of interesting. I think what happened is this guy spread to the adjacent. But look, he broke it. Good. So he's breaking. Awesome. Awesome. Pick up. I might want pick up block. No? Pick up all blocks. I guess, yeah, that's the one. That's the only one that accepts a Boolean. All right. So he broke it, but I thought when he picked it up, channel 0, round robin false, cause block update, right hand, silk touch, ignore placeable, break block when no drops. True. Interesting. Interesting. But I thought this guy, item interface, right, from integrated dynamics means that's where it puts items. It's not the importer. Imports items to the network, exports items from the network. I don't think it needs to be the attaches an item inventory to a network. Yes, that where you should import, right? Priority interface channel 0. We'll make it interface channel 1. And you interface channel 1? Interesting. I kind of wanted like the things to go in there, but we'll figure it out in a minute. All right, well, let's try something else, right? Place all item blocks. Round robin, calls block update, right hand, ignore placeable. Place item block. Place block. I wish I could do a sneak. Place blocks predicate. Place all blocks. So let's read what block state is in this space at least. I'd love to know. Agricraft crop 0. Agricraft crop 0. Agricraft crop 1. Okay. That's cool. So let's read whether this is an Agricraft crop at the moment or not, right? So what we want is to get the MBT value of this information again, right? So let me borrow this dude. I want to now get it to the point where it can place a block that's that. Okay. So what we want is to get the variable card of this. So I'm just going to put away these seeds for a minute. Not in the seed analyzer, into the chest, buddy. And all the other junk we don't need in our inventory. Okay. So you're going to say, read this MBT value. We want a string that is agri_cross_crop, right? Agri_cross_crop. And you're going to get me a variable card with that string on it. And I probably need a few more variable cards, so let's get some. And then we're going to check the integer NBT, nbt.integer, of this guy, which is this, and get me a new one of these, okay? So in theory now, if you have a cross crop there, it should output 1 on the screen. 0, 1. It might be a Boolean that I want to monitor. It might be a Boolean that we want to monitor. Which would, in fairness, make my life easier. Oh, I made it agri plus cross crop. Well, there's your problem, Direwolf. Well done. Somebody saw me do that. Agri_cross_crop. Right? We put these two back in there now, and this is a 1. Hooray! 0? See? And when it's a cross crop, 1. Right? So now what we want to do is set up an equals for true, right? So we want integer 1. Okay? And we want an equals these two, right? So if the value of cross crop is equal to 1, true or false, right? Can we do a not equals, actually? Logical nor not equals. That's what we want. Not equals 1. Because when it equals 1, we don't want it to do anything, right? So this is true right now. This is true right now, right? And this is false. So basically, when true, place specific item blocks, right? Oh, that's the tricky part. That's where it gets tricky. That's where it gets tricky. Because we can't combine these things. Place item blocks. So I think we need some kind of... This is where I think we need the predicate. I think. place item blocks predicate, I think, because we have to specify. Well, you know what? We might, if we only keep crops in the chest that you're interacting with, that might work. Did I put these in here? Somebody explain. Did I do this? Do what now? So it is doing what I want it to do. Interesting. I'm a little concerned I found a dude bug. It's both breaking it and leaving it in the world, which is a concern. And I don't know whose fault that is. If that's Integrated Dynamics doing that, or Agricraft, or what. I'm not going to worry about it, though, and I'm not going to... Well, I'm going to do my best not to take advantage of it. But let's also get ourselves another chest here. Right? And you're going to live back here. Okay, and you're going to be interface channel 2. And you're going to export all blocks from channel 2, okay, on that Boolean true or false bit. Yes. Channel 2, round robin, cause block update, right hand true, ignore replaceable false. You should be working once I place crops in here. Do the thing. Do the thing. Interface channel 2. World block exporter. All item blocks. Yes. You are currently true, so you should be running. And you're not. And you're making Dire sad. Well, bad news, guys. It's placing cobblestone. Which means it's placing things correctly, which means, for whatever reason, it doesn't want to place my crop sticks. Wah, wah, wah. So let's see if we can make that work, shall we? Place all item blocks. Interesting. How can I get you to place? Now, there is another type of integrated dynamic block, the player simulator. Maybe this one will work for me? But in order to make that, we need a world block importer and exporter, which we know how to make, and a world item importer and exporter, which I should teach you how to make. World item importer. Hopefully that's cool. We'll find out. And it might get a little bit pricey, but I'm having fun figuring this out. Player simulator. I don't know what the player simulator can actually do, but we'll find out. I know it simulates players. Sounds about right. But we'll find out. So let's see. You come out of here. You come out of there. Me forgetting I don't have an angel ring still. And then this guy, player simulator. All right, click empty, click amount, click item, click items, click item predicate, click item NBT. Click empty, click items. Let's try this. Click items from channel 2. Right click, right hand, continuous click, sneak, there we go. True. Item transfer rate, entity index, offset, YZ. Okay, cool. So then I put this boolean here. Please work! But you didn't sneak. I said sneak. Because when you sneak, you do crop sticks that are doubled. And you're still true, which is funny. So let me tell you not to sneak anymore. Ha-ha! Ha-ha-ha-ha! Ha-ha! Ha-ha-ha-ha! Okay, hold on. Nobody panic. But we're getting somewhere with this, right? So now we spread it. And watch what happens. This should, in theory, once that thing turns into weeds, break it and replace the double crop sticks for me. right? Come on, bro. Turn into weeds. What in the world is going on this planet that you just refuse to become weeds? Not that I'm complaining that loudly. But what I'm finding is that, like, weeds don't want to spread into this block space for some reason, which is not the end of the world, to be fair. Not the end of the world, to be fair. But that's actually really good progress for today, right? Like, already we're doing good things. I'm a little excited about that, right? Like, that's cool. I mean, you're not turning into weeds, which is a bummer. Hang on, can I make you weeds? I bet I can. Ha 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 ha. It's working! It's like, look, it's weeds. I'm going to break it and replace crop sticks. It works. It works, guys. It's working. Guys, it's working. All right. Nobody panic. But it's kind of working. Okay. So, next course of action. Right now, we are only picking this up if it's weeds, right? What we probably want to do is pick it up whether it's weeds or not weeds. And maybe consider sending it or routing it based on the type of item that it is, right? Now, the only way I can think to do that currently would be to have another world importer that has a different channel based on the type of block, or say pick up any Agricraft crop, whether it's weeds or not, and then sort the weeds out to a separate chest, which I think is the easier course of action. All right, so let's try some stuff. Let's get a servo and 2 filters. And what I'm thinking we want to do is consider how we're going to upgrade the crops that are here, right? So I think what we're going to do is we're going to change this to break any Agricraft crop, be it rubber or weeds, right? I think that's a smart plan. And then what we're going to do is compare, if it's a rubber seed, for example, or any other kind of seed, compare the stats of the seed that breaks with the stats of the seeds that are in either of these slots, and whichever seed on the left or right is weaker is where we'll place it. Does that seem... I think that's doable. That seems really complicated, but I think we can do that. But step 1 is to filter the seeds, right? So what we're going to want to do is basically have a filter here and probably a trash can here. Does that sound fair? And we're going to set up filters for weed seeds, right? And we should also probably consider item ducting over to this dude, right? Because we also, let's see, can I make more item ducts real quick? I can, good. We also want to make sure that you're getting, and we're going to want another filter then. Crops here, so we're going to whitelist crop sticks, and you can have an infinite amount of them. You're going to whitelist weeds, and we're going to use NBT and metadata. And you are going to blacklist weed seeds, use NBT and metadata. Okay? And then you can just be my servo that extracts, always. All right. You should also blacklist crops. Right, so weed seeds get voided, crop sticks go down. And then rubber seeds, for example, when they land in here, should go into the chest. Good, perfect, excellent. I like it. All right, so that's step 1 of that process. Step 2 is to read the stats of the rubber seed in that chest, right? Now, can I get a tiny chest? I feel like that's probably a smart move. It shouldn't matter. Shouldn't matter. Is tiny chests even a thing in this pack? I thought that's normally a thing in packs, but I never even remember what mod it's from. Yeah, it is. Mini chest is what they're called. Mini chests. Right. We'll consider that one. Right? But what we're going to want to do is connect this dude up to probably some kind of integrated dynamics thingy. What kind of interaction do I want? Audio, block entity, extra dimensional fluid, inventory reader. I think that's what we want, right? Inventory reader? I think we can do that. Let's get you taught how to make. Because what we're going to want to do is read the data from the item in that slot, in slot 0, right? And analyze the attributes of the seed, right? So what we're going to want is an inventory reader here. Inventory full, inventory empty. There you go. Items, slot item. I think slot 0, right? Yeah, right now he's empty, right? So if we put rubber seeds in here, right? Just get any one, it doesn't matter. And we read that, that would be cool. Yes. Slot item 0, rubber seeds. Perfect. Right? So we can get that information and we can read the NBT value of that information, right? NBT. We want the item NBT, right? Input item, input item. Why do you need 2 items? Oh, that's equal NBT. Oh. Where's like the just get the NBT tag bit? Item NBT. Input item, output item NBT. That's what we want, right? So this is the item. This is the item's NBT data, right? So we put that in there. And let's get another display screen so that we can accurately monitor this a little bit, right? And I'm kind of building this big and messy, but it's also for you guys who I'm assuming most of you are not gurus at integrated dynamics, and to be fair, neither am I. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm figuring this out as I go half the time. But I want you guys to see what we're reading so that it's easier to understand. So like half of this giant mess is for you guys, the audience, to understand what's happening, right? But now we can see the strength, gain, and growth, right? So what I'd like to do, right? Check this out, right? Let's combine these values, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that item NBT value. And as a reminder, the values that we're looking for are Agri strength, Agri gain, and Agri growth. All right, so here's what we need to do, right? We need to define, and I think we already have these attributes defined as strings in here, right? Which strings? Agri seed? No. We want Agri gain, growth, and strength, right? But of this, right? Because this represents the NBT value of the seed in the chest, right? So what we're going to want is to get the integer NBT from this for each one of these guys, right? So that's 1, right? So that's gain. This is going to be growth. You don't have to click it out, but I just do it just to make sure I don't like mess it up. And then this is strength. Right? So these 3 integers represent the numerical value of strength, gain, and growth. So then what we're going to do is we're going to add them all up. Right? So this plus this yields that. Okay? And then the new one plus this yields the total. Okay, so then we put all these values in here, and then your total numerical value is 6. See? Arithmetic addition. 3 plus 1 plus 2 equals 6. Perfect. How cool is that, right? So if we got, do we have pumpkin seeds in here that are super cool? 10, 10, 10 seeds, this should be 30, right? Because it's 10 plus 10 plus 10 equals 30. That's cool, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to compare that with the seed in the existing spot. And if it's better, right, we'll replace it. Does that sound cool? Now, we can assume that the seed that we get from the combination is going to be better than both the seeds on the left and right? Or at least equal to. It's going to be better stats or equal stats, right? So if this is 1, 1, 1, and this is 2, 1, 1, then this is going to be better than or equal to them, right? So what we should do is replace the weaker of the two seeds, right? So realistically, what we want to do is compare the two seeds here, and whichever one's weaker, we want to break it and place the new seed. Okay? That sounds reasonable? I think so. So what I'm going to do between episodes, because it's wrapping up point, is I'm going to make an additional variable card for these two guys right here so that we can get that information and we'll know which one they are. And then when we come back next episode, we'll look into detecting the value that's there, finding that there's a seed in the chest, finding out which of these two values is lower, and then breaking the seed that's there, placing the one from the chest, and then being ready to regrow. And if we can automate that, then we should have an automated crop grower. I think. For now, Ep41 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. And for now, please take it easy.